Hey guys, it's Maxie here and welcome to the latest edition of the Young Team, our roundup of the January transfer window. And as you can see, very interesting title race. Celtic on 60 points after 25 games, Rangers on 54 after 26, we've got 52 after 24. So we can go ahead of Rangers and have a wee gap, and of course we can claw the gap to Celtic down to 5 points. We've actually been pretty good recently, it's just a case of Celtic have been consistent. So we really need to make sure we win those games. Celtic transfer business since you last joined us. Well, at the transfer centre, Lauren Shanklin has a pre-contract agreement to go to St Mirren next year, and Marcus Savo has a permanent £2 million deal to go to Barnsley. That's part of the loan deal. That is a mandatory fee. In terms of the first team, players that have come in, Grant Scott was just Celtic wanted him, and I just wanted to go get it up, you Celtic, so I signed him. That's probably won't play, but bragging rights. Joseph Gibbons came in from Manchester United on loan. Wonder kid, just looked great across the board, very good technically, good physicals, and pretty good mentally. Great option up front, you can see there being free already. Ellis Chapman in from Morton, 400k, that was his minimum release clause. He's going to be a backup player here, but someone I know I can count on, I can rely on him. Very good for me at Plymouth, so it's a no-brainer, can play there. I've utilised him in the left-hand side as a 10 as well. I could also play as a line playmaker in DM as well. And last but not least, Chris Mepham, reason being we lost a centre-back, as you'll see, but brought him in. Not amazing, but Antoine Griezmann can take him to Arsenal, and his save, then obviously has a bit about him at a good level in this game, so we'll take him. He's obviously played in the Premier League with Bournemouth, maybe not too many games in here. Good championship experience. Season in Serie A. To be honest, he's just never really been utilised, which is quite bizarre. But he'll get a run of games here, and we'll see how he does. Outs for us, well, we have made a bit of money. So George Rice been about, he was away to Liverpool, that's a done deal. He's now in their under 23s. Really talented, but you have to think how long I'm playing the save for. Not very long. Harry Heron out on loan to Stennismuir. Jimmy Ferguson on loan to Hearts. And Massimo Adesso, £10 million was the fee. I was unhappy he wasn't getting too much game time, but when you look at the records, it's 5, 6, 4 goals, £6.2 million profit. You've got to take it and accept that. And Marianne Rescue is away to Palermo. Gutted to lose him, but he had a minimum release clause. We couldn't again deal with him. It is profit. It is disappointing to lose him. Hence the deal. Chris Mepham. Matches since you last joined us, a 3-1 win against Mallorca, with Castro opening the scoring for the home side before a double from Amiri and an Andy Smith goal. UCD in the Collins testimonial, Stevic and Adesso with a penalty. Pretty poor on a return to domestic action, a 0-0 draw away to Ayr in the Cup, which meant a replay back at Fir Park. But league duties even was good. 3-0 up, goals from Smith, Gibbons and Evan for Ian McGovern pulled one back for the home side. Win away to Kilmarnock was good as well. Kiembe with a goal, Ekra Point with an own goal, and Davy Turnbull made it 3-0, so good there. The replay against Ayr, 1-0 win. Thumbs up from me, Davy Turnbull, and a 4-0 win against Hearts. A usual bogey team, but goals from Gibbons, Stevic, another Gibbons goal, and Harrison gave us a 4-0 spectacular victory, which I was delighted with. You can see now, we actually have a very kind run of fixtures, so we had 2 home games there, so effectively going to end up with 4 home games in a row, and 6 out of 8, before we then head into an away home. That's the big one, and that's a big one as well, those old firm ones, but we need to make sure we're clinical at home, and that starts today with Dundee United. The team is picked. I'm half asleep, but the plan is to play the game during the Japanese Grand Prix in qualifying, so I can't exactly record at 2 in the morning, so I'm going to go ahead and hopefully, I don't know why this game is lagging for some reason, it's bad. Yeah, team's picked. Was picked. Now I need to pick it again. Centre back, he took it. Mepham, he was getting his debut. That's your team there. Whittle, Grimshaw, Pinto, Mepham, Taylor, Kiembe, Turnbull, Evan, Taylor, Stevic, and Gibbons, Dowie, Cadden, Smith, Miri. Go with Gibbons instead, which we'll keep Miri there in case we're struggling. Porteous, Mallon, Andy Smith. Mentally think we likes of Daniel James just cutting about in the reserves. Marco Verratti as well. Glenn Middleton tried to sell in the window, just couldn't go. But yeah, a lot of folk there that probably deserve opportunities, but squad management, I'll be honest, has been pretty poor because I've just want to win the league. And because there's no real long-term objective, it's just get this league title won, then it's just like make sure I get as good a squad together with me as possible and go from there. I don't know why the game is so laggy. I know I've played it for a good period of time, but this is quite ridiculous. So here we go then. This is the match against Dundee United. 4-3-3, 4-4-2 diamond. Let's crack on out of the dressing room. Just make sure everybody's motivated, good to go. Hopefully the match isn't as slow as the getting into the game. Here we go. So Celtic travel to Hearts, so an interesting fixture for them, but if we get them drawing points, it just gives us that wee chance. I do believe we can win the league, but we do need a few things to go in our favour. And as I say, if we can do our part, you never know, FM might actually throw us a bone here. Aberdeen are actually quite competitive in this title hunt as well. There's 2 up, Gibbons with the header on the rebound. A good combination there from Whiteman and Moles. The ball out. Dundee United goal. Now here's Greg Taylor to Gibbons, does his man, Taylor. And the Man United Laurie Scott Taylor hits the post there. So 2 boys we've got going through United, they've been pretty decent. Good young players that are looking to make their way in the game. We're hoping that a wee bit of quality can help us. Gibbons to Stevic, there we go. An assist for the Man United Loney. Stevic justifies his inclusion ahead of Amiri. And it's 1-0 to the home side. Turnbull with a corner, laid by Jack Hendry. Ball back out to one of the wide men. It's Pinto, the centre back. And I don't even know how that is a highlight, but as it is. Good pressure though. And again, Jack Hendry clears quite comfortably. Turnbull, and I think Whiteman had it covered there, but a cheeky effort there from the Motherwell captain. Good. Maybe not as much of the ball as we'd like, but all the shots and limiting the pressure on our defence at the moment. Celtic still goalless. And Rangers obviously not playing today, so this is a hand on them, or one of them. Stevic rolls his man, and I think he's been pulled back, and it's a penalty. So David Turnbull has the opportunity to put us 2-0 up. And a save from Ali Whiteman. Oh, you can usually back David Turnbull to score, he's got a great record. Instead we do score. It's all over the place in the box, and from the Turnbull set piece we see Scott Taylor put it in the back of the net and give us a nice 2-0 lead. So we are doing our bit today. It's all going to be around when Celtic scored, and there you go, right on cue, Nicholas Cucho with the goal on 35 minutes, keeping the gap between us at 6 points. I believe that should increase. Oh, it's because White has scored for the home side, 1-1 there. Stephen White, former Motherwell player. We had him from a brief spell after signing him from Millwall. And because he was a winger, there was no point keeping him. Oh, and Carvalho right there in the first 15 seconds. The boy's not waking up in the second half. Great chance there for the visitors. Ideally, Hearts could, keep the gap, score again, get the gap down to 5 points. We can win our game in hand to put the gap to 2. Then I'd be starting to believe, I'd be getting a wee bit confident we could do it. 4-0 Aberdeen as they continue to put the pressure on ourselves and Rangers. Emphatic win up at Dundee as they are trying to push for a top half slot. We'll start making some changes because we do have a bit of fatigue in the team. It's Greg Taylor replaced by Lee Mallon, and Gibbons will be replaced by Amiri. And Ryan Porteous is going to come on for Regis Kayembe, just really to give Porteous some fitness, really. That's it, just get him some match sharpness. I believe the game is won here, so probably should have taken Turnbull off, but I think we'll give him a rest if we can very soon. Here's Grimshaw, Porteous, Taylor, Amiri, great play. Good strike there from the Iranian striker, just off the crossbar, and that's going to go wild and wide. I'm just waiting for it to come up Hearts 1, Celtic 2, and then 63 points to show you. There we go. Right on cue. Joanne, they always do it. It's you try and they just seem to grind out results. So we are really going to have to go and beat them. We want to win this title. We can believe we can do it. Neves, good chance, saved by Waddell. I'm just happy actually in a title fight after the last couple of seasons. Well, the 1 year we bottled it, and then another year we were just fucking nowhere near. This is positive. This gives me optimism that we can cause them problems. Here's Taylor. He's got a free run here for Stevic. He's offside. Didn't quite time it well enough. So the last chance, Turnbull plays it in, and it's away. Until, and that's going to be it. So a nice comfortable 2-0 win over Dundee United there, a lot more of the ball, but we had the chances and we took them early doors, even with a missed penalty from Turnbull. I'm very happy with the team and I just decided to make an arse of that. Basically accidentally changed my resolution of the game. Excellent. So yeah, that's the state of play. 8 points behind, 13 games to go for me. Win the game in hand, it's 5. We'd have a superior goal difference as well. Bear in mind, some more home games coming up. That Celtic game, home is going to be a massive game. That is going to be absolutely ginormous. So, if our next live play is going to be that game against Celtic, it's going to be absolutely massive, and hopefully that can give us the belief that this is the year. I had to say this that many times because just to draw in, this is the year. As always, cheers for watching. Thank you very much for taking the time of your day to watch a video. Much appreciated. Let us know your thoughts on FM20, what you're going to be doing for it. As I hopefully have not caved in and pre-ordered yet. I'm doing well. It's the 13th of December, 13th of October. I've yet to cave in. Doing well, troops. I'm doing well. Can I hold out? Remains to be seen. Doing well, because I think I said FM was basically going to make me play other stuff, and I've already completed 2 games this week, despite the fact that I have not played it. There you go. Bit of Motorsport Manager, boom, and a bit of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, which I know it's been out for about 6 years. What a game, by the way. Nice wee 2-hour puzzler. Check it out if you can. What a game. But yeah, cheers for watching. Much appreciated. And I'll see you tomorrow for that match against Celtic. Bye bye.